What's happening, everybody? This is the 1997 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am with a 5.7 that I've been doing some videos on. Just finished up on some good old-fashioned maintenance, and we just did a tune-up yesterday. This car is not easy to swap out some of the spark plugs on the passenger side. So I have my mobile mechanic team come in and take care of that one for me. And I now notice, and I'll show you why this was, on this side, I used to hear an ever so slight tick that kind of sounded like a valve tick. As you can tell now, there's absolutely no noise whatsoever. So let me show you what the cause of it was. All right, here are the spark plugs that were in it, which are obviously not original because these are Bosch Platinums that came out of it. They don't look, they don't look awful. I've seen worse. But the gaps were inconsistent. It's supposed to be 45 thousandths. We had a couple 45 thousandths and then a couple of 55 thousandths, even one 60 thousandths. One was only hand tight, but the one that was making the noise, this little cap right here, is obviously not correct because it's not even the same as the others. Slightly different shape. So that means whoever installed these plugs, who knows what their reason is, but this one does not even screw on to the tip of the spark plug. So that's how it was. Basically barely getting any connection. And that is where the tick sound was coming from. So son of a gun, right? Thoroughly pleased. This thing was already running great, so I thought. Now it's running even better. This car has, 115,000 miles. Mostly original car with, it has no catalytic converter, no muffler, straight exhaust out the back. So it is, it's got a nice rumble to it for the 350. But man, it is, I could tell as soon as they finished the job yesterday, it cranked up just a split second quicker. You can tell when a car fires up a little quicker than it did before. And we're talking just a very minor difference. But that's the thing. When you buy a used car and the previous owner, they kind of tell you, yeah, we did that. Yeah, we did this. We replaced these. But you don't know how well of a job they did of it or who did it or that sort of thing. It's just really difficult when you buy a used car to know for sure what was done and how well it was done. So quite honestly, I usually go through a car completely and at least test fluids like brake fluid, clutch fluid, and have a look at transmission fluid and that sort of thing. And the transmission fluid was definitely toast on this one. It wasn't original, but it was in rough shape, as well as the rear differential. It had been done before. You could tell by the rear diff cover seal that it had been done. But this car also has 115,000 miles, so who knows when it was done. Could have been 10 years ago for all we know. Anyway, that's just my tip to you. When you buy, especially an older used car, make sure you have all of the fluids and spark plugs checked out. At least pull one of the plugs, and inspect it. And that'll give you a little bit of indication. But with this car, 4 of the plugs on the driver's side had obviously been changed because they look newer than the 4 on the passenger side, which are very difficult to replace because it's such a tight fit in there. And if you guys have one of these F-body, 4th generation cars, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, just wanted to throw that at you. Thoroughly pleased with how this car is running now. Oh my goodness. You know, you think you buy a car used and you say, well, it runs pretty good, I like it. And then you just do a few little things to it and it runs even better and better. Exactly the same with that little GMC Sierra. Running fantastic now. I mean, seriously. You know, all it takes is just some time and some maintenance and some know-how. And you can turn a decent car into a great car. And anyway, so yeah, see my previous videos, and if you live in the North Atlanta, Georgia region, and if you're looking for a mobile mechanic who will come to you and take care of problems for you that you'd rather not mess with, you know, stuff that might take you a whole weekend to do, they'll do it in one afternoon, and for a very, very reasonable price. So look for the link down below where you can get in touch with Ruben and tell him I sent you. Tell him Biker Dave sent you from YouTube, and he will, you know, he'll take care of you. Anyway, that's it. Make sure you check out our other videos and like, subscribe, follow, comment, and you'll have a great afternoon. We'll see you.